This influencer does not exist. No camera, no photographer, no real person. This is 100% AI. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly the steps that you need to take in order to make an AI influencer just like this. I'm Jonathan, and everyone is using tools like Higgsfield, Descript, HeyGen to make AI avatars. And let's be honest, a lot of these influencers just look like AI. Something is slightly off, but your brain catches it. But the real problem is not the animation tool, it is your source image. If you use a bad image that does not look real, you're gonna get a bad AI influencer. The real fix is using tools like Nano Banana Pro, and one technique that I use that most people completely leave out of their prompts. It takes 30 seconds and it will be the difference between your avatar looking like it was generated with AI or a real person. That's what we're gonna go through today, so buckle up. And before we get into it, if you find this video useful, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. That's how YouTube knows to recommend these videos to more people, and when I make a follow-up, you will get a notification. All right, so now let's dive into how to make the perfect image for your AI influencers. Now, most people might just jump directly into using a tool like HeyGen or even Higgsfield to create their AI avatars. But again, we need to have a really good base image in order to create a good avatar. And that really does start with picking the exact type of influencer that we are trying to create an AI avatar for. So let's go ahead and go over to ChatGPT. So let's assume that you don't have the slightest idea what kind of influencer you want to create. So let's go ahead and use ChatGPT to brainstorm. Maybe you already know what you want, but I asked ChatGPT to give me 20 different male influencer ideas across different niches. Now, I just asked for things like age, gender, niche, influencer type, main platform or content, what it's posting about, personality and vibe, fashion style, aesthetic, visual identity. And again, I'm doing this one for male, but I also have a prompt ready to go for female, and I'm gonna run that right afterwards. And it's giving us our list: fitness lifestyle influencer, a 24-year-old male, luxury travel influencer, gamer streamer, tech review creator, car lifestyle influencer, finance, the list goes on. And let's see what the female prompt gives us. And while that prompt is generating, I just wanted to point out that anything I go over in this video, whether it is me going over a prompt or if you want to dive a little deeper into how to make your AI influencer, just go to aivideoincome.com and you can grab the resource right here. And there we go. Now we have all of our male and our female influencer types, and we get to pick from this list. And if it's not giving you one that you want, you could dive a little deeper. Now, what we're going to be using to generate our video is a tool called Nano Banana Pro.
You can access Nano Banana Pro directly in the Gemini app. It's Google's image model and honestly one of the best for photorealistic faces right now. Just click Create Image and you're in.
But Nano Banana is great at creating a lot of detail in the character and making them really look photorealistic. But again, it does come down to prompting. We need to make sure our prompting is good, and that's what's going to give us the better image that we get to use with our AI avatar. For our male creator, why don't we go with a tech review creator? So we are creating a 28-year-old male tech review and gadget influencer. We could use this avatar for things like YouTube videos, our entire avatar, or we could use it for things like short form content in order to get leads into our funnel, things to our email list like I do with High Level, and monetize your videos that way. If you want to monetize your videos with the email list, I have a link to High Level in the description of this video. So I just asked this to turn this into a Nano Banana prompt to generate a realistic AI influencer. If you happen to be using a different tool to generate your image, then just tell it to use that as the example instead of Nano Banana Pro. And now we're just going to hit turn and see what it gives us. It created a nice detailed Nano Banana Pro prompt, but we're not done with this prompt yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to use actual camera settings because that's going to affect how the AI generates the image. If it thinks that it's taken with a particular camera, a particular lens, a particular type of setup, it's going to create an image that looks like it was taken with that camera. And now it's given us our lens type, our aperture, our shutter, and whether you know it or not, this is going to make a huge difference in how well your image turns out. I'm going to come over here to Gemini. I'm going to make sure that I have selected that we are creating an image, and I'm going to paste in our prompt. Make sure that you have Pro selected right here, 3.1 Pro, and then just hit go, and it's going to generate our image. This may take a few minutes to generate. Now we have our image for our AI influencer. Now, don't just be happy with your first generation. You can go ahead and generate a couple different examples. If you're not happy with something, you modify the prompt until you get it exactly how you want. This is not just hit the button and you're going to get the best generation right out of the gate. You need to just trial and error it until you get exactly what you want. So I asked it to make him look directly at the camera, like I'm doing right now. I'm sitting facing the camera. And then I'm going to ask it to actually add some imperfections like pores, because believe it or not, one of the biggest reasons why people can tell that things are AI is because things are too perfect. You need to have those little imperfections that people pick up on. Remember, we were talking about your brain picks up on these things. Let's go ahead and see what it gives us with these notes. Again, right now, I'm more working on getting the character right than getting the background right, but we could see the difference between these two images right here versus here. He has more imperfections. He looks more like a real person. And it is already making a better AI avatar. So now it generated the entire front. That's what I want. But now I want to remove background, just the character. And there we go. Now I have my character. He's ready to go. I could use him in my different avatar images. Depending on what your method is in order to create your AI avatar, there are a couple different methods that you can go down. One of them is actually creating a full AI version of your character using something like Higgsfield, or you could use something like HeyGen, where it will just automatically create an AI avatar. If you actually want them to do actions, be interactive, and actually be an AI influencer beyond just sitting behind a desk, then you probably want to go through the Higgsfield or the Kling method. If you do go down the route of HeyGen, all that you need to do is add the character behind a desk or something like that, so it is a YouTube setup, and then have it generate that image. And at this point, you could just modify the image and make notes and tell it exactly what you want. And boom, just like that, you have your AI avatar ready to go. If you ever want to make variations on this, use some changes on the desk, move things around, whatever you want. So you have different options when you come over here to HeyGen and generate your images into avatar videos. But at this point, you technically would be done. But make sure that you are always saving this reference image, because if you ever want to recreate the same image, the same character, you're going to want to have that reference image so you could have consistent characters. Now, say you're actually trying to create an entire AI version of this character. You want it to be able to do anything you ask it to do. No restrictions. It doesn't have to be sitting at the desk. You just tell it what to do, where you want it to be, and it will go and do that. It could still be behind a desk, don't get me wrong. You could use tools like Higgsfield, which uses Kling in order to create these avatars. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need to have some more references, because with AI, once you start to turn your head, when you start to change what you're doing, it is going to start to make up what it doesn't know. So we want to have consistency with our generations, which means that the AI needs to know what people look like from all different angles. So we're going to go through this image and have it generate the back, the front, the side, the top, every angle that we want to have a consistent reference of our AI avatar. So now this is the very front of our character, and here is the back. Very clearly still the same person. Now I would go and get some side shots, maybe above shot, maybe an angled shot, just so we have some different options if we ever need them for reference. You can keep on going as deep as you want. See, I'm doing a front upper angle pointing down, just so any variation, it's going to stay consistent. The more that you have of these, the better. And now that I have different character references from different angles, again, the more the merrier, I can now generate consistent characters just by uploading these character references into Nano Banana Pro and Gemini. Then I'm going to click image, and I'm just going to tell it what kind of image that I want. Now just play around with wherever you want to put him. I just told him to put him in front of the Chinese theater in Hollywood doing user-generated content. And then I said 9:16 because I wanted that to be the aspect ratio, depending on where you are actually going to be creating your content. So let's see what it gives us. And again, anything that I mention in the video, you can grab at aivideoincome.com. Just give your information right here, and I will send it right over to you. And there we go. Now we have an image that we could use to have him talk. We could animate it, again, using HeyGen, or we could use things like Higgsfield or Kling. And again, you could do this for either male or female characters. Turn this into a Nano Banana Pro prompt to generate a realistic AI avatar. This one is a 22-year-old female gaming influencer and live streamer. Let's see what it gives us. And again, it included our camera settings right here. If it didn't, go ahead and ask for it, because I feel like that makes a huge difference. And now back on Nano Banana Pro, let's paste that prompt in there. Let's make sure image is selected right here. And now we are going to go, and it's going to generate our female gaming influencer. And there we go. We got our very first starting prompt. And then I would go through those same exact steps that we went through with the male version, where we fine tune it until we get exactly what we want. What we're focused on here is the character. If we're happy with the character, then we are going to be able to double down on it and create all the different angles and make it so it can fit exactly what we want to create. And see, just with that one little note, it's already closer to what I need. So what I need you to go do is I need you to go and create some of this. Go and create your first AI avatar influencer. And let me know in the comments which one you ended up creating. Because you do not need to be on camera anymore if you do not want to be. AI has officially replaced the need to sit down like I'm doing right now in front of a camera and recording your videos. If you want me to make more videos like this, make sure that you smash that like button. Again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley. Keep creating, keep earning with AI, and I will see you in the next video.